Hi again, Arabelle from Home Loan Village, interviewing Mike Hunnam from Kirribilli Homes.
Hi
Mike,
there. Nice to see you, mate. Good.
Nice to see you too.
Fantastic.
Mate, being in the mortgage broking space,
Yes, sir.
I've noticed that accuracy of quoting is paramount importance for build quotes and renovation quotes, that sort of thing. And so working with yourself and Kirribilli Homes is, for me, that's a big part of why I want to work with you and work with you guys. And
it's a key area, isn't it?
Absolutely. For me, and for banks want to know exactly what's happening. They want to know that the builder's taken the time to think through it.
Yeah, good point.
And I suppose another phrase that I hear you say a lot is that you want to be a good steward with people.
Yes.
And for me, that really resonates with me. So
great.
There's just so much that I love about you guys. So I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah,
mate.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, so that's for us. It's a key area. If we're going to be a good steward of the client, we're going to have a good business. You know, we can't have a good business without being a good steward of a client. So, in terms of providing a really good renovation experience for the client, a positive renovation experience, we need to spend some time quoting it. We can't just sit down and do a quick template quote. I guess in our industry, the training is that you'll do a template quote and you'll do it within a few hours. There's your template. You'll type in the name, type in the address. It's a bunch of allowances and so forth, and the heart isn't in there. But more than that, we decided some time ago that, and Kirribilli Homes have been going for just over 10 years at this point. We decided we're either going to be the kind of builder that does full builds or we're the kind of builder that does renovations. And we decided on renovations. We love the transformation. So for us, it was about being a renovation specialist. Now, in order to get to provide a good experience for clients and to become a 100% referral business, we decided we're going to throw away the template quote and we're going to do a spreadsheet quote. We're going to do an Excel spreadsheet. Now, just before you came this morning, Neil and I were working on a quote for a job in West Pennant Hills. There's 11 pages of 11 pages of spreadsheet quote, fully itemised. In there is the even the boxes of hardware, the insurances, the home warranty insurance, which is often left out of quotes. And so the things that generally are left out intentionally, which I think is deceptive, and it's one reason why banks would pull back is we know from experience that there's going to be some variations up, but in our case we don't want that to happen. We want to have a good relationship with the banks, good relationship with mortgage brokers, good relationship with our clients, and so we're going to spreadsheet it, and more than that, we're going to shop it out. We're going to shop out the materials. Now, we're finding some good deals with suppliers. We had a meeting this morning with Hardware in General, was one of them was this morning. And we present to them, here's a job, put your best foot forward, give us your best price, sharpen the pencil, and it gives them a chance to quote properly, and that puts the accuracy in. But more than that, I'm thinking of a job that we did on the North Shore just recently. We saved $8,000 just in roofing between 4 or 5 suppliers on that job. So that's a big cost saving.
Yeah, that's massive.
So we'll charge the client a little fee for service, but they'll get back so much more in the competitors. They're fighting it out on the supply side, and that's where they can really save money. Good tradespeople get a lot done in a short space of time. So you need to pay them what they're worth, and they know what they're worth. So they'll, if you don't pay them on time as well, they get ADHD, they'll wander off onto another project. You don't want that. So you've got to have a good stewardship of them, and a good stewardship of your suppliers, and a good stewardship of your customer, your client, and in that respect, the byproduct is good stewardship for you guys. Banks are happy, they can see the accuracies in there. Absolutely. And I think there's more chance that you'll get more, because it's like, it doesn't look like there's anything held back here. So away we go.
Absolutely for
that
banks.
That helps, doesn't it?
Oh, it absolutely helps. That's a massive piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
What have you noticed kind of changing in the renovation space, maybe over the last 4 or 5 years, or the last little while, or the period that you guys have been in business?
Yeah, I think typically now We've certainly seen a lot more referrals, that's for sure. So people have a better experience, they're going to talk, they're going to refer us to there. So we're seeing a return business, we're seeing, cousins, we saw a fourth referral from the same group of people, the last job being one in the inner city. So we're seeing more referrals. So this new way of stewardship is actually working well for us because it's working well for the client. So it's a win-win. We're seeing a lot more project homes, the 25 to 30-year-old project home, because with LVLs now you can do, you've got a lot of strength in the beams, you can do longer areas, longer spans. So we're actually able to take the boxiness out of floor plans and create a more sociable living area or areas within the floor plan. So we're recreating floor plans, and that's working really, really well for us actually. So we're seeing a lot of that kind of work where we're completely recreating inside, less walls, more beams in, and also workstation areas. Now we have social media, so people are working more from home. So we're seeing more home offices. We're seeing study nooks, for the kids, and we're seeing recharge drawers for, in the kitchen. We're seeing cabinetry now added into home offices to keep the business owners organised at home. So they're the kind of changes that we're seeing, and it's really exciting. And as I say, we love the transformation. It's good fun.
Yep, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I was going to say I've got a bit of a pesky wall at home that could do with a knockdown just off the kitchen area.
Is that right?
Yeah. So anyway, discussion for another time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. All right, so what are some of the most important things for someone who comes looking, who wants to do a renovation? What would be the first steps from your point of view in terms of what's going to make their journey easier, their journey better, and more full?
I think, first of all, it's important that we not only look at the project, but we meet with the people. So we'll want to see, in your case, who are you, Aaron? Do you work from home? What sort of work are you in? Your wife, does she like to cook a lot? What does she like to cook? Does she like to bake? Does she need a double oven, for example? There's so many options that, because we're in that renovation space, so there's so many options that we can actually bring to a project that, and what we want to do in that first meeting is actually meet with the client, see who they are, and then bring forward these ideas. And we're often saying, one of our catchphrases, I guess, is, can I throw out an idea? Yep. So often Neil and I will both be at the first interview, and it is a bit like an interview, and we'll I'll say, hey, can we throw out an idea here? And they'll go, sure. So, there might be another way to do this that you might want to hear about. Now, if they don't like the idea, that's fine. But there's so many options. There's so many different ways to go about things sometimes that, and some of them will save them a lot of money. So we'll often be steering the client in a way that's going to actually save them money or modernise better, or there's something that they haven't seen and we might be able to pull it from, Instagram or Pinterest and go, do you like that? Yes, I do. There you go. Brilliant. So that's a key area. Meeting the client and getting an understanding of who they are. Yep. How long do they want to be in the house? Is this their forever house? That's going to change the ideas. It's going to change the suppliers who we deal with. Yep. So somebody who is says this is my forever house, we'll go, okay, we might actually just spend a little bit more on certain things like flick mixers and go for the 15-year warranty, rather than the 5-year warranty, and things like that are really going to make a big difference to the way we actually quote it up. So the client's specifically getting what they want, and we've got accuracy and reliability in the quote, so they can sleep at night. They're not arguing, and they're having a better time.
Yeah. Okay, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I really like that. So really having a conversation with you, that's one of the first steps they need to take to work out what they can do with their house, I suppose.
Sure. And I guess too, the client needs to meet us and go, these people are going to be in my house for a month, 2 months, whatever. We're going to be talking with them all the way through. Yep. If we pull back the gyprock and there's a water penetration issue, we want to be able to say, hey, there's an issue here, let's fix it, it's okay. There's a few termites in here, they've they've hit on a few timbers, no problem, you know, a couple of $100, we're sorted. But we'll be talking to them all the way through. The communication's going to be there. We need to have a working relationship. They need to feel that, are these guys okay? Are they fair income? Are they going to look after me? Do they seem all right? Do they have two heads? What, you know? Can I deal with these guys? That's really important, I think, for the client.
Do I want them hanging around in my house for the next month?
Can I handle it? Yeah.
No, brilliant. And I'm sure they would. What do you see for the future in terms of the renovation space?
Yeah, we're seeing more clients actually happy to move out. When they move out, we get longer days, so we're able to do more. We're still a little bit confined with power tools and because of council regulations and neighbours and so forth, but oftentimes we're able to do more in the space of one day if the clients aren't there. So we've now moved to a web-based software which gives the client a phone app. They download the free phone app and we're able to give them a 7-day rollout minimum of the project management rollout, which means, if you are home and there's an electrician who needs to get in at 7:30, you know, the wife's going to be there to let the electrician in if she's there, and they're able to see, hey, guess what? It's Thursday next week. The kitchen starts to go in. You know, you can be on a cruise. You can be overseas, and if you've got access to Wi-Fi, you can get into your phone app and go, hey, honey, look how the new splashback is coming together with the kitchen benchtop, the stone. Doesn't that look good? You know, so you're able to see your renovation come together even though you're not there. You've got easy access, and this gives us a nice, smooth flow of communication.
I mean, one of the things I was going to ask about was innovations as well, and that is...
It's a primary renovation.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Also, we've made ourselves accountable to a building consultant who's looking into our business and how we can be more efficient with time and motion, how we can be more efficient with our processes. Again, it all flows back to giving the client the best renovation experience possible. And he's certainly helping us with policies and procedures and all that kind of thing. It's fantastic. It's really given us a renovation within the renovation company.
Yeah,
giving us an upgrade. It's fantastic. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, I missed it for half a second, but no, it's good.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, fantastic. Is there anything else that we need? I'm sure there's a lot more that we need to know, but we probably don't have too much more time today.
No, that's fine.
But Mike, thanks you so much for
good to talk with
having
you,
a chat today.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.